here's my book, Bipolar Awakenings, The Quest to Heal Bipolar Disorder. And what happened was, like my hospitalization changed my life. And eventually I got out of advertising, which I always wanted to do. And I met a woman from Brazil, and I moved to Brazil, and became an English teacher. And I was much happier as an English teacher than maybe at any point in my life. It was a great job for me, and I felt very free and paid well. And so it was great. Um, but then she had a niece who was having some sort of experience. Anna, in my book, I call her Anna. And when I heard what was going on, I thought, well, this doesn't sound like a mental illness. It sounded like what happened to me. And so we went to support her. And even though she was medicated, she recovered pretty well. And the doctors were surprised how fast she recovered with just us being empathetic to her. And then from there, though, when I heard she was going to be medicated continually, I thought, well, what's the difference? Because she was being labeled with probably bipolar disorder. And I thought, well, what's the difference between what happened to her and what happened to me?
There's typically always something traumatic that happened pretty early in that
Yeah.
person's life.
Yeah. And
Absolutely.
for the most part, people are getting gaslit because they go to psychiatry and psychiatry tells them they've got a chemical imbalance or a genetic issue.
Right.
Meanwhile, they've been sexually abused, physically abused, bullied at school,
Yeah.
um, cold parenting, emotionally repressed, all these kind of things going on, and they're just told, well, you got you've got too much dopamine, so let's just tone that down.
Right.
And there's no science behind that. The whole chemical imbalance thing, Robert Whitaker did the research on it and found that the range of serotonin and dopamine in a person's brain when they have a mental disorder is the same range as anybody else. Some people have a little bit more, some people have a little bit less, and people with the disorder, it's no different than the normal range of the population. So
Yeah.
that I think that's one thing that bugs me still about psychiatry, is they're gaslighting people about the origins of their disorder.